You know what you're supposed to do and you know how to do it. You've read the books, watched the videos, and most of your next steps are just common sense that require no advanced knowledge anyway. Yet, you're still thinking about it, still planning, still preparing, or maybe just procrastinating. The problem for many capable, self-aware people isn't lack of knowledge or motivation. It's that action requires discomfort and uncertainty, embarrassment, effort, or risk, and avoidance just keeps winning. The fact is, we prefer comfort over growth. But today, we're gonna break that pattern. The problem isn't knowledge. Knowledge has never been easier to find. God knows we have enough available to us right now to choke a horse. It's probably not motivation either. We've got plenty of that between 2 and 3 a.m. when we're staring at the ceiling, unable to sleep. The problem is, action requires discomfort. It also requires uncertainty, embarrassment, effort, and risk. And our brains, these magnificent survival machines, have identified avoidance as the primary strategy for keeping us safe. Safe from what? Failure, judgment, looking stupid, getting hurt. Unfortunately, our protection and survival mechanisms can also hamper our ability to reach higher levels of potential, which require discomfort and risk-taking. Here's where we change the paradigm though. The discomfort we're avoiding is not merely a side effect or an obstacle to growth, it is the growth. The resistance you feel when you're about to do something meaningful isn't a stop sign at all. It's a sign pointing exactly where you need to go. The more we avoid discomfort, the smaller our comfort zones become. Every time we choose the path of avoidance, we're reinforcing a decision that safety matters more than progress. Successful people are not fearless, they're just more courageous. And they've learned to distinguish between the protective fear of physical safety and the growth fear of going against avoidance of discomfort. To break the pattern, we can't wait for our emotions to align. That's like waiting for the weather to change. Instead, we'll create systems that make discomfort normal. Here's the first protocol. It's called the 5-minute hostage situation, and you're the hostage. Whatever you're avoiding, you do it for just 5 minutes. Not as long as you feel like it, but for a pre-decided 5-minute period. Why 5 minutes? Because our brains can't argue with 5 minutes. It's too small to trigger most of our avoidance systems. It's also a bit of a Trojan horse. Once you start and momentum takes over, those 5 minutes often become 15, 30, or even an hour. Here's the second protocol. Schedule discomfort like it's a doctor's appointment. Put do the scary thing on your calendar. Treat it with the same seriousness you would treat a root canal, because growth is painful, but just like dentistry, it's also necessary. Today, before you put your head on the pillow, do exactly one thing you've been avoiding for just 5 minutes. Not when you're ready, right now. Then let me know in the comments what you did. Schedule that same scary thing for 5 minutes tomorrow. Just 5 minutes. Notice that you survived, it didn't destroy you, and it probably made you feel really good for finally doing something that you've been avoiding. That's it for today. See ya.